The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody was a Disney Channel sitcom that was successful enough to warrant the creation of a spin-off show. That spin-off show was then also successful enough to warrant the creation of a movie. This movie is crazy. My name's Carter, and a lot of the most successful shows on Disney Channel were given a Disney Channel original movie. Good Luck Charlie, Wizards of Waverly Place, Hannah Montana, Lizzie McGuire. These are all successful shows that were given a Disney Channel original movie. All their movies feeling like an extra long episode that just kind of takes a more cinematic style outside of the sitcom set. But the Zack and Cody movie, it's a little different. And it has one of the biggest plot twists I've ever seen in a movie. I'd put it like Darth Vader's Luke's father, and then probably the Zack and Cody movie. That's probably where I'd rank it. But before I can really talk about the twist, I have to set the foundation. The movie starts with the classic Disney pop rock intro, where Cody is preparing a nice dinner for him and his girlfriend Bailey. That is until he's rudely interrupted by his stupid brother Zack. For those of you who haven't seen any of the show, I'll give you a quick rundown. Cody's like the uptight, clean freak, nerdy one, and Zack is just dumb. Every episode pretty much revolves around Cody wanting to do something nerdy, and then Zack's like, he like brings a goat. I don't think that's a real episode, but I feel like that's something that would happen. Also, I guess some of the other characters you might need to know. This is London. She's dumb and rich, and her dad actually owns the cruise ship they're on. This is Bailey, Cody's rootin' tootin' girlfriend from the backwater, middle of nowhere location of Kansas. Her entire personality in the show is just, I'm from Kansas, and it's like, I'm from Kansas. You don't see me making a whole big deal out of it. I'm not like, hey, you guys want some wheat? You guys want to farm some corn? Man, this ain't nothing like back home when we used to farm corn. This is Mr. Mosby. He works on the ship and is often terrorized by Zack and Cody. Mostly Zack. And lastly, there's Woody. He's kind of just there. He's not really important. He's just their friend. Anyway, the whole reason that Cody was preparing this dinner with Bailey is because spring break's coming up, and Bailey has been planning this wonderful trip for the two of them to go on. But Cody can't go on. Cody actually accepted a science internship for spring break, meaning he won't be able to go on the trip. Why would he write this in a letter and not just tell her? Why would he go along with a month of planning this trip when he knows he can't go on it? He's kind of scared of her. He's afraid that when Bailey learns that he's ditching her trip, she'll break all his bones.
She put you in a headlock with her thumb.
You blacked out.
You missed November.
She hurt him so badly before. He missed November. He missed November. This is where Zack comes in.
Here's my proposal. Let me break the news to Bailey, and in return, you give me the car. What car?
Zack's purpose for interrupting Cody's soon-to-be date is, when Cody got accepted into college, his parents gave him a car. Zack wants the car.
The car is mine, and I certainly don't need your help with Bailey. Come on, let that go. No, no!
What? That's littering! Arrest them now! The letter's overboard now, and there's not time to write another one, so Cody's gonna have to tell Bailey to her face.
Zack, I'm talking to Bailey right now. I would really prefer...
Told her yet? Cody's going to do an internship at a biology reserve over spring break.
Red alert, red alert. Zack told her before Cody could. This is bad.
I can't even look at you right now.
What just happened?
Okay. She stormed off. It's pretty good. Cody is still intact. I think that's a win. It could have gone worse. It could have also gone better. If Bailey was able to read the letter Cody wrote, then she would be able to learn that he was only going to the science internship because he needed a scholarship to Yale. Why didn't you just tell her that? I thought he already got into college. Like, isn't that the whole reason his parents gave him the car? I guess he just got into a different college, but he wants to go to Yale. Oh, but hey, he can't say it to her face, and that letter's gone. That letter's in the water, littering. Wait, never mind. It just landed on a lower level. Guys, false alarm. Guys, I know I said they were littering. That's on me. It's my bad. Now that Bailey knows he's ditching her, there's not really much else that can be done. It's kind of just, it's time to go. He has to go to the internship, so sorry, Bailey. Cody's internship is located at a marine biology center, and for whatever reason, Zack comes with. Why is he here? He says that London brought him, but that only sparks my next question. Why is London here? They made the internship sound like some important thing that Cody was gonna go do for like smart sciencey people. But now it just looks like a field trip with everybody except for Bailey. Listen, Bailey, I know you had this whole trip planned, but me, Mr. Mosby, London, and Zack, We all have to go to my internship. I mean, it's a shame you can't come with. That'd be great, but you just can't. Actually, Zach does have a reason for being here. He has to keep asking Cody about the car. And also, I mean, he might as well follow Cody around, because what else is he gonna do? Bro, Zach is literally doing nothing. Zach's just a Pokemon. Also, London ate dolphin food. That's not important right now, but remember it for later. They go inside and they're introduced to Dr. Donald Spaulding, who's the guy who invited Cody. Immediately, him and Cody bond over the fact that they are both loser super nerds.
Go scientists! So lame!
Zach is only here to cause trouble. Zach's just here to be a nuisance.
Follow me and I'll show you to the lab.
Oh, kill me now.
There's a science lab here? At the Marine Biology Center? Oh! Kill me now! Oh, they do science here? That's so cringe! As they move deeper into the facility, one of the scientists catches Zach's attention.
Well, that looks promising.
That looks promising. It looks like something I want. When Zach sees this girl, he is entranced by her spell, and he must pursue her. Wait a minute, what was that? Go back, go back. Someone is watching them. Guys, I don't think this is gonna be a normal movie. Who cares? Zach's kind of in the middle of something right now. He follows her into an authorized personnel only zone, which just so happens to be the exact same place they all were 5 minutes ago. Listen, I know sets can be expensive, and this is just some Disney Channel original movie, but you could have at least tried. There's no chance that I'm just confusing this place with the place from earlier. Oh, they just look similar? No, this is Lab 3. This one is also Lab 3. They are both labeled as Research Lab 3. It's the same place. It's the same exact place.
You know, I'm having trouble trying to decide who's cuter, you or the dolphin.
So Zach's trying to act cool and flirt with the scientist. He's trying to, you know, act all smart. Like, yeah, you know, me and my brother, we're both smart. We're both here for this internship.
So, can you operate that?
Zach is not one to back down from a challenge. It's just not in his blood. So when he is asked, can you drive the boat? Of course his answer is going to be, oh, let's find out if I can drive the boat. While that's happening, Cody and Dr. Spaulding are talking about the research they're doing here at the lab. This is where Dr. Spaulding reveals that they are feeding the dolphins a special fruit that allows them to fully understand humans. This is big news. The ability to communicate with animals would change everything about the way we
We
live.
could potentially teach them about humanity. They could teach us about...
Dr. Spaulding has already been able to form deeper connections with dolphins, so of course, Cody has to know more.
Well, exactly how close are you?
Just really good friends. Why? What have you heard?
That's weird. I'm moving on. I don't want to talk about what him and this dolphin are. Don't even get me started about the blowhole. No, we're not talking about... I don't want to talk about Dr. Spaulding and this dolphin being more than friends. While they're talking about the dolphins, Zach starts causing trouble.
Uh-huh.
For some reason, Cody thinks the best way to stop Zach from doing what he's doing is to also join him, get in a submarine, and go underwater. He's got to stop him somehow. From what it looks like on the surface, they're in a moderately sized aquarium, but once they're under, they're in the open ocean, baby. There is nothing as far as they can see until they reach the seawall.
If that seawall goes, you'll be sucked out to sea.
So apparently the submarines just get sucked out to sea, but Zach and Cody, they just float up to the surface. What about the dolphins? Can they just leave now? Can they just clock out? Now that they're showing the tank from this angle, it's even worse. Before they went under, you could imagine that the tank was massive. You'd only seen like one side of it, so you could just, listen, the other side probably just keeps going farther and farther. Nope.
Dr. Spaulding, I can explain.
Now, Cody's infuriated. Can you believe Zach would do this? Can you believe Zach would make him get into a submarine and join him underwater and break the seawall so he would get in trouble and lose the internship? Can you believe Zach would do that?
I'll never forgive you for this. Ever. I hate you.
Cody's done with Zach. He's ruined his life. It's just over.
Did I do a good job, sir?
Wait a minute. That girl was manipulating Zach the whole time. She was working with the mysterious guy who was watching them? What is going on? Well, Cody lost the internship. I guess the movie's over. Hey, it's not too late for Cody and Bailey to go on that trip. Listen, they probably missed like the first half of stuff because of the internship, but that's done now, so they can probably still hit the last half. Or I guess Cody could just go back to the ship and sulk. You see, he's tried to contact Bailey, but She's ignoring him.
I am woman. Hear me, ignore. I'm sorry, what?
So now they're both just sitting, doing nothing. This is entertaining. I need them to like chop this up and put some Minecraft parkour below it. I'm not engaged with this story. Remember how I said to remember that London ate the dolphin food? Well, do you also remember that Dr. Spaulding said that they were communicating with the dolphins by giving them this special fruit? And now London ate the special fruit?
Thanks. They're made from eel skin.
Ever since London ate that fruit, she can fully understand dolphins. This is crazy. And it's not just dolphins, it's also crabs for some reason. I don't know if they ate the fruit, but like, cool, dude. Now humans have officially reached the point of back and forth communication between animals. This is groundbreaking. That's not the twist, by the way. In fact, the movie kind of plays this off as a joke. Like it doesn't matter. Hey, we just had a groundbreaking discovery that'll change the way we live our lives. You want me to keep it to myself? Okay. Well, that's clearly not important. So let's go back to Cody doing nothing.
Cody, there you are.
Go away.
Cody is doing nothing, but not for long because Dr. Spaulding arrives at the boat. Awesome. He's going to give Cody another chance for the internship. This is great.
Well, although there is no chance you will ever work for me again.
As it would turn out, Dr. Spaulding is not inviting Cody back to his internship. Rather, he's inviting him to take part in a research study on twins, which means both him and Zach would need to attend. Obviously, Cody does not want to do this. Zach just ruined his life. He doesn't want anything to do with Zach. But he might be able to get a scholarship from this. If he wants the scholarship to Yale, he's going to have to work with Zach to get it. So Zach and Cody both accept the invitation and they set off. This movie might seem a little weird so far with the human-animal communication. You have not even seen half of this movie. When they arrive at the facility, they are greeted by Dr. Olson.
I think you're both gonna see that this is someplace very special.
At first glance, this research facility just looks like a summer camp for twins. But when you look deeper, it's actually the most advanced research center in the world.
Welcome to the most advanced subterranean neuroscientific laboratory on Earth.
Okay, but seriously, this lab looks like it was made for a 4th grader. There's this children's like science museum exhibit thing in Kansas City called Science City. And there are parts of it that have this look to it. It's almost like it's like a science playground. What I'm trying to say is this doesn't look like the most advanced research center in the world. This looks like the place you take an elementary school on a field trip. I guess this movie is made for little babies, so. I think this movie came out in like 2012, maybe 2013, so I was in 4th grade. Brain works in mysterious ways now, doesn't it?
Is that the hydroisotope calubometer?
Of course, Cody is totally into it. I'd say maybe a little too into it.
Oh, I love her. Oh. Baby, don't speak.
All this technology is meant to serve one purpose: perfecting communication between humans. You see, while Dr. Spaulding is working on human-animal communication, Dr. Olson thinks that human-to-human communication still needs to be perfected. But just like the Marine Biology Center, the more science talk they do, the less Zach cares.
Can this thing kill asteroids?
No.
Kind of a waste of money then.
Can this thing blow up the moon? If it can't blow up the moon, I'm gonna be disappointed. They do this little test where if Zach gets a question wrong, he gets shocked. But actually, it's not a fair quiz, and Cody has control of when it moves to the next question, giving him the power to just shock Zach. So of course, without hesitation, he decides to give Zach the Green Mile treatment.
Ow, ow, ow. Oh, very disappointing result. Ow, ow.
Moving on from the science stuff, Zach and Cody head to... Wait a minute. That girl's the one that was working with the guy spying on Zach and Cody. And now her and her twin are working for Dr. Olson? But they were just working for that creepy guy. Wait a minute. Dr. Olson is the spy. He's hiding something. He has to be doing something nefarious. Why else would he be spying on Zach and Cody? And his manipulation of Zach is what led to Cody being removed from the internship, which led them to... It led them to him. But for now, Zach and Cody don't know that, so they just continue as if nothing is wrong. Just a totally normal research camp for twins. No secret motivations. No evil plans. Man, this is great. Also, by the way, Dr. Olson being the bad guy, that's not the big twist. There's more. They head to the cafeteria for lunch, and while they're eating, they realize they don't really fit in with the other twins.
Salt? Thank you.
Everyone else appears to be bonded on a deeper level, but Zach and Cody just fight.
Hurting each other hurts each other.
It would be the same as hurting yourself.
As a sweet treat during lunch, they are all brought a Corsican fruit, which is reportedly the key to Dr. Olson's research. You'll also notice it's the same thing they feed the dolphins, and the same thing that lets them communicate between each other. But what would happen if 2 humans ate the fruit? I mean, humans can already communicate, so would it just do nothing? No, but what it is doing is rather interesting. Later that night while they're sleeping, Cody falls out of the top bunk, and he hits the ground like a sack of potatoes. Of course, he's now in pain. But so is Zach.
Why did you hit me? I didn't hit you.
Isn't that strange? Seems pretty strange to me. The next morning, they do the shocking test again, but this time, when Cody shocks Zach, he feels it too.
Ow! What are you complaining about?
They have developed the ability to feel each other's pain. Literally feel each other's pain. I don't know what's in this fruit, but I don't think it's FDA approved. I think the FDA has no involvement in this. I don't think they know it exists. This fruit's so good. What's in it? Oh, it's actually psilocybin. Yeah, no, we just got a bunch of kids out in this remote location. We've just been giving them drugs. They're bonding on another level, dude. They are currently on stage 1, which is the physical connection. But in order to get to stage 2, they have to eat more fruit. And when they do so, they will gain empathy for each other. Because they don't have that already.
You ready for stage 2?
Yes, we are.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold the joy buzzer. What's stage 2?
Zach is not down for this process. It is already very weird. So he leaves. He decides, no, I'm not doing that. It's over. When Zach is leaving, Cody tries to stop him, and a fight scene ensues.
You know, out of all the twins I could have gotten stuck with, why did it have to be you?
Cody and Zach begin hitting themselves to hit the other person. You know, the fight's actually really symbolic of the conversation they had earlier with the other twins, talking about how hurting each other is really hurting themselves. Woo! At the end of the fight, Zach is still leading. It's not like Cody stopped him by fighting him. So Dr. Olson has his undercover agent go to convince Zach to stay.
Once the merge happens, everything will feel right to you.
The merge. I like where this is going.
Yeah, girl. I like where this is going. Me and you, I think it's time we merge. Somehow she convinces Zach to stay. Total mystery. Now that Zach has come back, they go ahead and eat their next fruit. Back on the SS Tipton, Bailey is still mad at Cody. Of course, he ditched her. But Mr. Mosby has something he wants to share. It turns out he found Cody's letter on one of the lower levels of the ship, so now Bailey has a chance to read the letter and learn the whole reason he did it is so he could get a scholarship to Yale. Also, I don't really have a good spot to put this clip in, but I gotta show you this clip.
There you are. I have been looking for you.
Mr. Mosby, I've deleted Cody.
I'm sorry to hear about
This has been a random clip from the movie that I thought was funny. Now that she knows Cody only ditched her so he could get a scholarship, it makes everything better. She totally understands now. So now she just has to go to the Marine Biology Center to tell Cody that she's sorry for whatever reason. No one decides to say, hey, by the way, you know how we all went to the Marine Biology Center with Cody? Well, while we were there, he got kind of kicked out of his internship. That's why we all came back, and that's why he came back. He was on the boat, by the way. Did you see him? He was here. Yeah, no, he's not there. He's actually on some other thing. I don't know. No one tells her that. Meanwhile, Zach and Cody are processing the current stage of their bonding.
Darn right I saved your butt.
I didn't say that.
Oh, well, you should have.
They have gained the ability to read each other's minds. Again, groundbreaking. But that emotional freedom is very short-lived because they overhear Dr. Olson saying something rather frightening.
I think Zach and Cody are almost ready for the merge. It's a shame Cody has to lose his brain.
Cody has to lose his brain? What? Apparently the stakes for this movie have just jumped to 11. Suddenly it's life or death. Yeah, the big twist for the movie, yeah, the twist is that they're gonna kill Cody.
No, we can't leave. We can't leave. If this is what Dr. Olson has planned for us, then what about all the other twins?
What any reasonable person would do is run away, maybe call the police. No, their plan is to save everyone. I'm sure this will work out. They break into Dr. Olson's office to learn some more information. There, they learn that the merge is basically both people merging into one being, only leaving one survivor.
Well.
At about that same time, Bailey and the group reach Dr. Spaulding, who tells her, Cody's not here. I have no idea where Cody is. But a dolphin tells London that Zach and Cody are actually at something called the Gemini Project. As soon as they say they're at the Gemini Project, Dr. Spaulding immediately is like, uh-oh, this is bad. We gotta go save them. Which is weird because he was the one that invited them to take part in the research study. So something weird's going on.
Run!
Once they're caught, Zach and Cody decide to run, which should have been their decision earlier. Listen, I know I said all that stuff about saving the other twins, but we got caught. We failed. Jig's up, dude. We gotta go. They were too late to save the other twins anyway. The other twins are already baked into this hive mind.
Get Zack and Cody!
Man, this looks like the last few seasons of The Walking Dead. Not a single zombie twin grabbed either one of them. Listen, I know it's boring if they just get caught, but like, that's too much plot armor. They take the zipline over to the abandoned sawmill with active machinery. Why does the zipline go there? These blades could turn you into tomato soup before you could say tomato soup. I guess safety regulations aren't like a top priority at the evil twin compound. They have a full army. They're not really worried about a razor blade. They try to hide in a pile of lumber, but as soon as they're found, the evil twins try to kill them. Going from making no effort to grab them to throwing a literal tree at them it's a little 0 to 100, you know? To escape certain doom at the hands of a 5-ton log, Zack and Cody jump off of the mill and into the lake, where they are immediately captured. They made a valiant effort, but there's just nothing they could do to escape the massive army of twins. Now that they've been captured, they get taken back to the lab.
Cody, why are we strapped down to the mind transference facilitator?
Why do you think we're in the mind transference facilitator, you moron? It's time to merge. Goodbye, Cody. It's been a good ride, but listen, your time's up. There's nothing we can do.
Let them go!
Stay back!
Everyone's here to save the day, but Dr. Olsen puts up a ray shield from Star Wars. Yeah, once that thing goes up, there's really nothing they can do. Hey, thanks for coming, guys, but I don't think there's really anything you can do to help. I would have appreciated it like 30 minutes ago.
Before you merge them, why don't you show them who you really are? Meet Ronald Spaulding, my evil twin brother.
Dr. Olsen is actually Dr. Spaulding's evil twin brother? What? He wasn't just at the Marine Biology Center, he was also on the boat at the beginning of the movie. I didn't catch that. And he was the one who invited them to the Gemini Project. He just showed up not wearing his like evil mask, and he was just like, hey, I'm Dr. Spaulding. Hi. They were just like, yeah, you're Dr. Spaulding, of course.
No plan is perfect.
Can I just say something? Someone had a big bowl of grumpy this morning.
He just got owned. He doesn't even know how to respond. Whoa, wait a minute. Kind of forgot this was happening. Uh-oh. No more stalling. It's time. The process for merging begins. But with the power of brotherhood and the power of friendship, they're able to fight the merge. They just don't merge. They break free. Yeah, no, they just decide they don't want to. They just fight each other, and then so the merge can't happen because they're fighting. Hey, if it works, it works. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I like the idea that this army of twins is just standing outside, waiting, doing nothing. Like, he's not controlling them, so they're just like, they're an idle unit in Age of Empires. Just anyway, Cody didn't die. Woo! Mr. Mosley shows up with the police, and they arrest Dr. Olsen. Cool. And cut. The movie's over. Actually, no. Zack does get the car. Cody gives him the car. It gets crushed like 5 minutes later, though. Okay, now cut. Now cut. Movie's over. So yeah, this one was definitely weird, but I kind of liked it. It is a 5.1 on IMDb. The movie didn't really take itself all that seriously, so its problems kind of worked in its favor. It was just silly. It was just like, oh, this is kind of a fun movie. It wasn't trying to be perfect. Kind of felt like the story was going in the way of like, oh, they got to overcome their hatred for each other. But in the end, they won because they were fighting. If they weren't fighting, they would have died. Cody would have died. I guess the moral of the story is you gotta fight people. You gotta you gotta get your knuckles into something. You gotta. Anyway, if you like this video, you'll also like this video. So go ahead and check it out. Of course, you could also subscribe to my channel and watch it later. That's also an option.